quiet village somewhere in the depths of the forests stood an abandoned house surrounded by misty fields. The locals avoided it, claiming that the house was haunted by dark forces that would devour the souls of those who dared to come near. However, fate brought one brave boy named Malik there. Malik was a dark-skinned boy who had lost his parents in strange circumstances. His childhood was shrouded in mystery, and the shadow of a mysterious past hung over him like a black cloud. His parents were rumored to have disappeared the night he was born, and no one knew what happened to them. With each passing year, Malik felt more and more strongly that he was destined to learn the truth. He could no longer tolerate the uncertainty and decided to go to the abandoned house that had once belonged to his family. The gray walls of the place shimmered in the darkness, as if the soul of the house was immersed in eternal fear. The first night, Malik heard whispers of wind, changing to measured knocks, as if someone was knocking on the door of his mind. Around every corner, dark shadows lurked in the corners, but he was determined to continue his search. Soon he discovered secret rooms that had been locked for years. The deeper he went into the secret corridors, the darker it became. Here he found ancient scrolls that revealed the dark secrets of his family. The blood of an ancient family with a history of dark rituals and magic flowed through his veins. However, as Malik uncovered the truth, dark forces began to awaken. Sinister entities began to haunt him in his sleep, trying to turn him from his path. Shadows slid across the walls, making ghastly rustling noises, and fear stirred inside Malik, but he clenched his teeth and carried on. One midnight, when the light of the moon was eclipsed by clouds, Malik reached the main hall of the house where an ancient secret was being revealed. There he discovered a portal to a world of dark souls who craved freedom and retribution. He now realized that his parents had been held hostage to this world after a failed ritual. He decided to open the portal and free them, but the closer he got, the more the dark forces tried to hold him back. At the last moment before the portal opened, he heard the whispers of his parents urging him to return. The forces of darkness tried to hold him back, but his love for his parents gave him the strength to overcome the obstacles. The portal opened and the dark entities roared with rage, but Malik stepped inside, ready to face what awaited him beyond the world. Inside the portal, Malik found himself in a different reality. Dark clouds swirled around him, illuminating the outlines of strange, distorted figures in a purple light. In the distance, an agonizing scream rang out, and an ominous wind rushed up from the abyss, as if screaming souls were trying to reach him. Malik's heart pounded with exertion, but he kept moving forward. As soon as he crossed the last barrier, he found his parents bound in dark chains, their eyes radiating despair. "Malik," growled a dark voice belonging to the ancient darkness. "You could not leave this world alone. Now you are here to be with us." But a voice of determination rumbled inside Malik. "I'm not going to submit to you. I came to free my parents and return home." The battle had begun. Dark forces tried to surround him, but Malik used the knowledge he had learned from the scrolls in his home. He summoned the elements and repelled the dark attacks. But each step he took deeper into this world took an increasing price. Eventually, he reached the very center of this dark reality, where the darkness took the form of a powerful being. His parents were chained right in front of him, and their eyes expressed gratitude and hope. The dark creature raised his hand to strike Malik, but at that moment he summoned all his strength. Light pierced the darkness, and the place where Malik had been standing was filled with brilliance. The creature let out an ominous shriek, and the darkness began to slowly dissolve. Malik released his parents, and they embraced him with gratitude. At that moment, the portal began to close, and they were dragged back to the human world. The return was a difficult ordeal, and dark forces tried to take hold of them, but Malik's love and determination were stronger. When they were back in their home, abandoned and scary, they realized that they were now safe. The dark forces had been defeated. Malik, his parents, and the entire house were free from the curse. Now that the secrets of the past had been revealed, they could begin a new chapter of their lives. But in their eyes, the imprint of their past trials always remained, a reminder of the power of love and the determination to confront the darkness. Malik, his parents, and the abandoned house had witnessed the dark journey they had traveled in search of truth. But now that the darkness had receded, the house began to slowly come to life. The walls stopped flickering with an ominous light, and the fields around it freshened. However, Malik knew that the past could not be erased, and it had left its imprint on his soul. He became the guardian of a family history that carried not only the secrets of the past, but also the power to overcome the darkness. Malik's days were filled with new meaning. With his parents by his side, he learned to use his knowledge of magic and darkness to protect his world. He became a light in the darkness, and his story became a legend in the village. The abandoned house, which had seemed a symbol of horror, now witnessed the triumph over darkness. The villagers began to make their way past it again. But now it was a house of hope, not horror. So ends the mystical story of Malik, a boy immersed in the secrets of his past. And although the memory of dark days will always be with him, love, determination, and the strength of his soul overcame the darkness, leaving only the sparkle in his eyes and the light in his heart.